this is how you're gonna fucking play. So much better than this. Stop being bad.
Way to go, Sly! This is where Inspector Carmelita Fox stashes all her... That was a nice piece of work back there at police headquarters, Sly. Come see me
Thank you for the good luck,
if you
Neon.
want to check out any of your old movies. I've got them all here on my computer. Use the left analog stick to move around the hideout and the X button to select things.
Hope you're having a good day, my dude. I'm not fucking bullshitting around. I will straight up fucking in my goddamn stream right fucking now and not fucking play anymore today. This is how this fucking shit is gonna keep happening, dude. So fucking annoying. The resets to sign bullshit. One reset to missing this fucking brain dead easy jump because Sly doesn't want to fucking ledge grab. Pathetic, dude. I don't know. Running all vaults has reminded me of how much extra fucking bullshit you have to deal with in the completion categories. And I don't know if I want to deal with that. But I might, because I'm actually really enjoying this when shit's not sucking a giant bag of pickled penises.
Nice job so far, Sly. To get over the next gate, you'll need to grab onto this hook using your cane.
I'm literally gonna fucking lose like 20 seconds just because of the fucking sign. It's quite the image. Gross. Sorry, ice cream. My favorite fly content. Dude, I fucking love 100%. Like seriously? Like, all keys is my baby. All vaults is probably the best category in the game. But 100% is hands down my favorite category. I love that shit so fucking much. But it just... that category fucking hates me. I'm just fucking keeping this, I don't care. I had fucking 108 3x best possible time going into World 4 earlier, and I lost 50 seconds in Hub 1, so I'm not fucking too concerned about it. Granted, that was also with a Hub 3 that literally broke even with my sum of best. That lost 10 seconds, but also golded by 10 seconds, so... maybe it's not the most... you know, normal run to compare to. Chip's nuts, dude. But still, I'm not fucking gonna sit here and stress out about this. It's fucking annoying. Obviously, I would rather be, you know, minus 15, minus 16, not fucking plus 10, or even. Whatever the hell this is gonna be, but... yeah, even. Great. Flex on the poor dude. I can't believe this. He actually fucking saved up to that. Fuck poor people. Yeah. Alright. I didn't think anybody was ever actually gonna like save up for that, so I didn't have anything prepared for what I was going to do if somebody actually burned it, but I like that. If I wasn't speedrunning, I might have like stood up and like actually like flexed, but I think that works too. So what's up, Ritsuku? I like how no matter what category we're doing, World 2 is the only world where we never actually use all 7 of the keys to unlock the boss normally. We always do a skip. Don't flex on the boar. Christ, Neon, how long have you been fucking saving points, dude? I had to have taken you forever to get to. And you're even in the stream like all the time. I don't know.
Press the circle to enter the vault code. I can't.
Towards a requested run. Do I even have that enabled anymore? I think I disabled that.
Must be worth millions. And you know what that means? Tighter security. You're gonna have to be extra sneaky to get the treasure key here.
I like added that and had it set really high, not realizing how many fucking points people had. And like 6 people requested a run at the same time. I was like, well, shit. I think I ended up doing like 2 of them, maybe. Bad streamer, TBH. I think at the time what like initially stopped me, other than the large amount of them, is a lot of people requested PS2 games. And I think my PS2 controller like stopped working. Like right when I went to go do those. And I was like, well fuck, I'm gonna have to like spend $20, $30 buying a new controller just to do these like 1 runs.
Whoever thought this code up knew what they were doing.
Slow. Also, Neon, EXO was saying that that jump that I was doing to the middle bottle, where you jump from the side with the 2 bottles and go around, was something that you used to do. Is that a correct statement? Because when I initially came back a couple days ago, I was like, I wonder why we never did this. And EXO was like, hey, Neon used to. I was like, oh. Yeah, well, now I don't know why I never did it. But I know you also speedran a little bit longer after I stopped back in 2020. Get the fucking bottle, thank you. And yo, Ice Cream, thank you for the 500 bits for a controller fund. God damn it. My PS2 controller works fine. And I already bought a new PS3 controller. This isn't even a controller fund anymore. Honestly, at this point, it's still just chair fund, really. Maybe a tiny bit faster. Yeah, like, cause like the only other ways that you can do it are from the other side, and that just kind of takes away having to go around go around. Hell yeah, dude. Swing from the wrong side twice. Good fucking job, self. Jesus Christ. Which side Sly's cane swings on is entirely dependent on you. Like the first swing that you do. After that, if you're mashing, it just goes in a cycle. But yeah, like, I don't think it's a huge time save, but a second is a second in Hub 1. And I think it's at least 1. I don't think it's any less than that. These 2 bugs can't fix my laser. I mean, what am I gonna speedrun on PS2? Like, it would literally just be Jack 1. And I don't necessarily think I want to do that anytime soon. Twins? Yeah, but I could also just get an Xbox and it would just be better. And by get an Xbox, I mean use my Xbox that I already have. I just need to soft mod it, and I can run Twins and BFBP. Really? Okay, sure. Cool, just 3 shots before you even fucking move 5 feet. I've never seen him fucking aggro an instant shoot. Maybe, I don't know, whatever. Dude, high class heist in this category is dope. Yeah, I have an OG Xbox that just sits in my closet and collects dust. I was gonna use it for BFBB originally, but it was a refurbished Xbox, and I did message Shift about it though, back when it was disc and, you know, they had like hella strict Xbox rules. And I messaged him about it, and he was like, all he said was just like, hey man, just time your loads and send them over to me or whatever. And if they're not ridiculous, you're fine. Like, we don't really care. And my loads were fine, I just never bothered. Despite my Xbox being fine. I've literally only ever used the Xbox one time. I've never even opened it. It was just a random, like, somebody that my dad used to work with in his school district, like, 5 years ago, just came up to him and was like, hey, you want an Xbox? And he was like, sure, I guess. So we just got a free Xbox. Like 3 controllers, and what kind of strict rules do they have? They used to have very strict rules that was meant to keep things fair and to kind of weed out people that were just wanting to be obnoxious. And I will say, even from the outside looking in, not being a part of the community, but from the outside looking in and talking to Shift, like, directly, for a while, there were a couple of bad eggs, and unfortunately, you know, when you have a couple bad eggs, you kind of have to do some obnoxious things. But they had a lot, and I mean a lot of resources put in place to help people, despite the rules that they had. So I never really blamed them, or like, felt that they were over the top. Because despite them being really strict, they had literal, like, docs and shit that were like, hey, you know, here's all you gotta do. But now it's just like, fucking don't put an SSD in your Xbox because they just play off of the hard disk drive now. So they're like, just use original parts and you're good. Or things that are equivalent, because obviously OG parts are not necessarily, you know. This drive could be close to dead. I mean, like 2 years ago it opened. Granted, that was 2 years ago, but... And it's not like it's ever powered on, but I guess that could still cause problems, I don't know. If it is dead, it's whatever, I don't really care. It's not like I used the damn thing. And unfortunately, soft modding it isn't just like super easy like homebrewing a Wii is, where all you need is, you know, a 2 gig SD card and you're good to go. You have to fucking buy like $30 or $40 worth of shit to soft mod it. That's why I haven't really just done it yet. Because it's like, either way, whether I'm fixing the PS2 to do stuff or I'm soft modding the Xbox to do stuff, I'm gonna have to spend like upwards of fucking $40 or $50. And I just don't know that I care to do that for something that I doubt that I'm gonna take seriously enough to warrant the money. At least right now. Maybe in a month or two. Like whenever we get taxes back, I might be able to justify that, but I don't even know if I would justify it then. Like if it was something for Sly, I would do it in a heartbeat. Fuck, I do it right now. Because I actually genuinely care about Sly, and I'm probably never gonna not play this game in some capacity for the stream. Fuck, I forgot that I should take damage there. Whatever. God damn, that hub one is terrible.
I took the liberty. We're all set to go.
Oh yeah, for sure. Dude, there's like 3 like DS/3DS games that I wanted to speedrun for a really long time. Like Phantom Hourglass being like probably the most notable, because I fucking love that game. It's probably, honestly, Phantom Hourglass or Twilight Princess are probably my favorite Legend of Zelda games of all time. Both of them are probably in like top 10 games of all time. And the Phantom Hourglass speedrun, I watched Shasta play it a lot, and it looked like so much fucking fun. And like, I love that game so much, but I'm not gonna fucking spend like $300 to fucking put a capture card on my 3DS so that I can speedrun a game for a couple months. And spend $40? Word. Yeah, I mean, if there's an easier way to do it. That also doesn't require me spending a fuckload of money, because, I mean, $40 might not sound like a fuckload of money, but it is kind of a fuckload of money. Is that what? No. Because you just want a free world record, and that would not be a free world record anymore by definition. Forehead. Got him, dude. Probably could have kept rolling there. Ridjiku, send me a DM like right now on Discord. Just say like reminder to chat about twins or something. Because I'm gonna forget if I don't have like either a notepad up or something. Like if there isn't a glaring like, hey, don't fucking forget. I usually forget things. Unless they're like exceedingly important. wanted to learn Pokemon Y. Dude, I really wanted to learn for a little while Emerald Glitchless. Hell yeah. Just because it didn't have all the, you know, like, nonsense, right? You just kind of played the game fast and learned how to, like, do battles. And it looked like it would be fun. But, like, all the fucking, like, RNG manip and shit for some of those games is nuts, dude. The amount of shit that you have to learn and, like, keep impacted into your brain is fucking terrifying. Imagine losing fucking a minute in first 20 minutes of your speedrun. That's actually not terrible. But in this run, I should be losing like 20 seconds in the first 20 minutes. It's kind of crazy, the level of optimization that every Sly category has up until like World 3. Like, World 3 is really where kind of optimization starts to go a little bit out the window. Because the game is just dog shit in that world. And then you also have 2 RNG segments and a fucking on-rails section. And then World 4 gets right back to that, like, you do this entire world, lose like 20 seconds, max. It gives you a free charger? Really? Interesting. That must be like a newer thing. Because I remember watching some people do Let's Plays a really long time ago on DS capture cards and like them telling stories of losing Let's Play footage because they fucked up and didn't plug in their DS. Because they already had like 3 things plugged into it, like they had to have fucking speakers plugged into it. Not speakers, but like headphones or whatever. Cool, my fucking cane literally went through the bottle. But that's good that they have that shit just implemented. But I remember talking about having like 34 plus cables plugged into the thing at once. You guys remember when I used to come up and get this bottle first and then drop down and dive attack the 2 bottom bottles? I thought that was fast. I don't even know if I thought it was fast, and more so I just did it because it was fun. Nice. Yeah, I didn't think that was gonna work. There we go. That was pretty terrible. $32, yeah. Already 6 seconds behind. Gotcha, so it's kind of like taking your car into a shop to get fixed. Really, you're not paying for... Like, you're not paying a hefty price for the parts of the thing, you're paying for the person to actually do it for you. That's like a lot of vehicle upkeep. Cost is really just paying the people that know how to fucking do it to do it for you. At least for big things nowadays. Changing your fucking oil in America anyway is almost just as expensive doing it yourself as taking it somewhere, so you might as well just take it somewhere so you don't fuck it up. It used to save you like fucking $20, but not anymore. I remember growing up and like my dad trying to teach me how to change it because I wanted to learn, because I could be like, yeah, that's cool, like I know how to do something, even if it's just one thing. I know one thing that I can do with my vehicle that I don't have to worry about paying somebody else to do. And then when I finally got my first car, he was like, all right, look, there's no point. Just take it somewhere. It's like, well, shit. That sucks. So far. The Bolton. This is the first run to not reset in stealthy approach, even though it was a terrible stealthy approach that I kept. And it's like, okay. I don't know. It's not very good. What's up, Steel? I'm sure how the thing works. I'm pretty sure it puts like an extra port in your 3DS. It's kind of like putting an internal capture card into your PC.
Good thing I know Navajo code talk. Try 532.
And then you connect that cable to your PC from the 3DS to capture it, just like a console. It's just like an internal capture card, basically. From what I've, like, from what I remember for a while. In your 3DS, yeah, that's what I mean. Like, I'm pretty sure it's an internal capture card inside your 3DS that connects to your PC. I don't think it's external. But that might have just been how it was done back in the day. It might be different now. Because my, like, 3DS capture card knowledge is from 3 years ago, probably. I imagine the process has changed a lot. Oh! Oh, chat. Chat. Oh. Whew. Is it hot in here or is it just me? Because that was fucking sexy.
Press the circle to enter the vault code. I could have broken this code in my sleep.
Damn, that wasn't even a gold? Wow. I guess I did gold that earlier. I golded like 4 segments earlier on my no reset run. That's why my sum of best is like 16 seconds better than it was at the end of last stream. Also, I want to point out 107 flat sum of best, no fish skip. Talk about a lifesaver, right? Also, Navajo is a tribe of Native Americans, right? So does that mean that there were Native American, like, furries in this universe? And if so, does that also imply that there was an anthropomorphic Christopher Columbus that came to America? These are the burning questions everybody needs to know the answers to.
You're gonna have to find some other way to stop him.
Just buy another charger, Sonic, forehead. Just spend more money. I'm sure there are only like fucking 30 USD still. Despite the console being older than some of my siblings. Took me a second. I almost remapped to the hub, and I was like, wait.
I figured out a way.
This is kind of how the run went earlier that I did. Except instead of plus 17, I was plus 7 after hub 1, and I left hub 2 minus 8. This is kind of like basically the same run, just 8 seconds worse. 7 seconds worse. Sloppy!
You've done it! The Mojo Force.
Enemy movement was kinda... What? What just happened? Fuck, goddammit, I'm hitting the wrong button. Dude, auto splitter fuck-ups in all vaults and 100% are so much harder to deal with. I don't know what the fuck happened. It split, and then, like, my timer didn't move. Like, it pushed the button, right? Like, it did a split key input, and my timer was just like, nah, dude. Like, that wasn't even the auto splitter that had a problem. I was straight up just live split. It was like, we're just gonna not split this time. I still have 1.2. Because I'm lazy and don't want to update it, because this works just fine for me. I need to fucking update it, though. This is why I said I wasn't going to do this. Decided to do it because I still had a charm. Yeah, the reason why people had so many problems with their auto splitters wasn't because of the version. Like, original versions were bad. People were just fucking lazy and didn't want to do it right. My shit still functions perfectly fine. Despite being this old. Hell yeah, dude. I love fucking dropping inputs, because World Flip 3 is terrible.
Press the circle to enter the vault code. I had to overcome some personal demons to get the answer.
Isn't it on like 1.6 now or some crazy shit? Those two splits back to back weren't terrible, by the way. I have fucking 8 lives, holy shit. So many. Chat, that just gave me a weird idea for a thought-provoking question, okay? So, and don't think of this as being morbid, because it's gonna kind of sound morbid, but it's not my intent. So, okay. If you had the ability to have extra lives, right? Even just 1 extra life. But we'll say, you know, however many you wanted. But, like, eventually you would run out, right? So, like, well, let's say, like, 3. Would you use one of those lives just to see what dying was like? Or would you be too scared, or would you want to keep them for emergencies, things like that? Because, like, one of humanity's biggest fears is what happens when we're gone. Right? So you could learn that. You can figure that out. Is it just, you know, nothing? Is it a cold blackness? If, you know, like, whatever, right? At the point of dying of age? Well, that's not the question. But I would assume if you were gonna just die like old age, whatever, maybe you'd get like, I don't know. Like a redo or some shit. If you managed to survive all the way and not fucking die to something crazy. You could do a redo if you wanted. Either of like your own life with all your previous knowledge, or like, I don't know, a brand new life with the previous knowledge. Or just start completely fresh, maybe. I don't know. Might as well work. I guess, so taking out that hypothetical, like, you know 100% for a fact that the next time that you die, you will be fine. You will come back to life. And I guess follow-up question, because this is also kind of neat to stay on the same topic. If you knew that you had, you know, that extra life, whatever, would you put yourself in more dangerous positions? Would you take more risks? Would you, you know, live out that bucket list life or whatever? Or would you still be too scared? That was really good except for that ending. That could have golded by a couple seconds. I want to say, like, one of the things that I want to do the absolute most in my life is go skydiving. And while it is extremely safe, there is no, like... There is no fucking that up. Or things going wrong and you come... If something goes wrong while you're skydiving, you're fucking dead. Like, there's no like, oh man, my parachute didn't deploy, but, you know, I still made it out alive, haha, XD. Like, no. And I don't want to do it, like, regardless. The proposition of it's a little bit scarier now that I actually, you know, don't have a death wish. I know. I don't necessarily want to expire quicker. That's fine. Like I did for a really long time, but... Maybe something painful like burned it as a shock to death? Oh yeah, no. just riding a motorcycle on a highway? Yeah, exactly. Pesky won't live, dude. I know, right?
That vehicle seems to be outfitted with some sort of high.
I'm really curious to know, like, what living through life would be like if you had all of the knowledge of a previous life. I want to know how big of a difference it could make on someone. Their decision making, where they would end up at certain points in their lives. What would they do? What would they not do? What would they do again? And I don't mean like I wanted to explore it in like a television show or a book or something like that. I want to know what it would actually 100% be like if it was a real possibility. Would it be hell? Could you imagine that? Would it be hell? Going through life again? Because yeah, there are a lot of highs in life, but there's also a lot of lows. Would you want to go through that again? Knowing what it's going to be like, knowing the pain and the struggle that you're going to have to go through, losing another mother, losing another father. More heartbreak. Knowing that it's going to happen. Would you be prepared for it? Could you maybe handle it better? Joe's a toddler genius. What was the question again? If you could not relive your life, and I think maybe I might have not explained it properly. You're not reliving your entire life. Again, you're living a second life with the previous knowledge of your first. Not through the same era, none of that. Like, you die and you are immediately born into another human being, retaining the knowledge that you have had of your past life. Would you even want that? Basically, reincarnation, yes. Not like a redo of your life. Get fucked, guard. Yeah, I don't think that there's an easy yes or no here. Like, I don't know that I could imagine having, like going through, like, the qualms of childhood and shit like that, right? And, like, knowing that my dad is gonna die again. Or, like, you know, being told that your grandfather has, like, a terminal illness, and instead of being a child and not, like, being able to kind of grasp it, but not being able to fully grasp it, having 100% understanding of that, knowing exactly what they're going through and that there is nothing that you can do. But then still having that, like, childlike, you know, outlook on things. I think that would just be fucking torture. But it could also be, you know, a blessing, because you would know, so you wouldn't necessarily have to go through that roller coaster of emotions. You would already be prepared. And then there was a previous, I guess, prompt that I threw out earlier, Ari and Kyle, of if you had extra lives, like if you died, you just, you know, reset a day or some shit, right? Would you live like riskier? Would you intentionally use one of your lives just to see what dying was like? Would you be too scared? What would, you know, things like that. And you knew, like, you had the knowledge that it would work. You wouldn't just, like, be throwing yourself into a shark pit and being like, well, maybe it'll work. Like, you know for a fact. Oh yeah, exactly. Like nothing is different about whatever it is that, you know, death is like now. You would just, you know, restart the day, like wake up again and be like, oh shit, I'm not dead. Neat. Fuck. I think I needed to be a little closer. Kill me, big mommy alligator. With your thick tail, ooh. Gross. I think it would certainly be a lot. It would be nice to be able to have less fear doing things that, you know, you want to do but are a little risky and you're worried about dying because of them, or, you know, a complication or something, right? Like, that would be really nice. I don't think that I could legitimately throw myself to the wolves just to see what it would be like. Just wake up the next day with the knowledge. That would just be weird. But it could potentially give you some peace of mind knowing what it's like. But it could also make it, you know, hell. Yeah, if being dead is, like, terrible, it's like, yeah, you know, maybe I want that to be a surprise. Maybe I don't want to live the rest of my life knowing where I'm heading. maybe that's not gonna be pleasant. Dude, the fucking camera normally always transitions so much faster than that. I don't know why it took so fucking long. I thought it wasn't even gonna move at all. Whatever. It's fine. It's dumb, but it's fine. I should have just waited for it to move.
If I did my math right, and I always...
It's more my fault than anything.
Travel plans to...
Alright, let's get a PB, shall we? We're in World 4. We have basically 2 minutes and 45 seconds. Not basically, we have 2 minutes and 45 more seconds. Yeah, let's get a fucking PB, dude. Tired of this 111.50. The goal is obviously record. Right now, the goal is just record. I don't know if I'll want to improve it beyond that, depending on... God, dude. There has to be a better way to get that fucking bottle. I might go back to using dive. I know I used to switch over to dive back when I was, like, doing hundo for the first, you know, year that I did hundo. I would switch to dive to get that bottle because of the shockwave. I might just go back to doing that. Obviously, it would lose a little bit of time. Okay, earlier, chat, in my no reset run, not to keep talking about it, but I slid off of that. Like, holding circle, I slid off of it somehow and took fall damage and lost my charm. And then, like, right in the last few frames of my invincibility, one of the fucking spikes landed on me, and I, like, had a heart attack. Because, like, that run, my BPT right now was, like, 108 3x. And I was, like, I was, like, I cannot fucking believe that I just almost lost my run to that. To, like, a wombo combo of fucking death. I would have been so fucking salty. Instead, I lost it soft walking Bentley skip, and instead of being angry, I was just depressed. And I don't know which is better, honestly. Thank God, dude. My no reset earlier missed that jump once. I was just like, really?
To enter the vault code. I got a real headache figuring this one out.
I, like, came in to World 4 on, like, a 108 3x BPT and left Perilous Ascent with, like, a 108 5x. I was so pissed. And then I only had 1 life, so I couldn't double death abuse here. So I lost another 10 seconds. And I lost another 10 in Unseen Foe, and it was like, the run just fell apart in World 4, dude. It had so much potential to get a world record. And then fell apart, and then still, like, had some potential. I was in Bentley skip at, like, 109.3. 6, I think, is what I was gonna get if I succeeded. I fucking soft locked, apparently, so that was sad. God fucking damn it, dude. Down left, you fucking idiot. Why do you always fuck this up? Oh my god. Yes, that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to fucking jump down here to this stealth fucking section. God, just... I shit on World 3 a lot for being very clearly the worst fucking programmed level in the game. But that design right there is pretty fucking bad. But that's just level layout bad. It's not like actual fucking game bad. Okay, I'm gonna fucking fall to this right side. Got a feeling. Okay, well, we're gonna lose like 10 seconds here. But this run had very small world record potential anyway. So I'm not really too worried about it. It just kind of sucks, because it still had that potential. And I just needed to not have a bad rest of World 4, but whatever. I don't really care. Old time is world record, but like the next couple of streams, the goal is to just get really good PVs. I guess long-term goal is record. Current goal right now is just 110. Yo, Gear! Dude, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome, everybody. Hell yeah, dude. I just have fall immunity now. Yo, dude, how the fuck have you been, man? It's been a hot minute. Welcome everybody from Gears stream. Welcome to a very average run of all vaults. Vibing, waiting for the collapse of the economy. Ayy. It's always fun. Hashtag just America things. Like the Wisconsin Senate passing a bill allowing fucking 14-year-olds to work till 11 p.m. Because companies don't want to pay their workers living wages. Haha. Fun. Yay. Yeah. I didn't say ew when I seen that, I just let out a sigh. Like a very large, exasperated sigh, and was just like, yeah, that's pretty par for the course. Which is unfortunate that that's par for the course in America these days, but these do be the times we live in. Oh, surprisingly, I haven't seen anything on that. Which is kind of sad that I haven't. Figured that would be bigger news. Also, nice job, Dakotas. Okay. Okay. Oh, America. We love you. Ah, shit. Hopefully that works. No. I didn't think I got a really fast drown speed. So I didn't cancel the super jump, or I didn't cancel the drown early like I normally do when I get really fast speeds. So that I can actually get the trick. Well, that sucks. Although we would have needed, like, really good Burning Rubber RNG to potentially get record, and to not, you know, fuck up Panda King's boss fight and Unseen Foe and Daily Escape and Singing Prayer. But we can still PB with this. Like, very easily. I don't really know that I would have wanted that run to be record anyway. We are losing a lot of fucking time. Holy shit. Come on, dude. What? You can't just... Excuse me? How did he do an attack when he was supposed to be fucking... If he was on his last hit before changing, like doing the knockback, he shouldn't have been able to be in an attack animation. What? Damn. I wanted to try it since I wasn't going to be able to get record anyway, just to see if I could see what kind of gold I could get.
Not lasers, not searchlights, not guards. Oh, and if the guards already see you, then the invisibility trick won't work on them.
That is a very long message. I'll have to read it in a second. I was like trying to like spot read it. You know, where you take like a few words in a sentence and try to figure the rest of it out. I was having a hell of a time doing that. There's so many big words. Three, 1, 2, 3, 4. Angels cut his ass, what she thinks.
Okay, partner.
Response was, I don't know, that makes me sad, we should figure it out. Huh, maybe it's because you're making it impossible for them to be themselves. I know that's a crazy thought, that, you know, maybe it's your fault. Well, not her fault directly, I guess, but you get my point. Some people are just so out of touch with how the world works. And it's almost comical if it wasn't so sad. It would almost be comical. I like how we just seem to have like an infinite stream of rockets at our disposal. And if we do, why do we even go through any of this trouble? We could just fucking stroll up with our infinite rocket supply to any of these fucking boss fights and just blow them to fucking smithereens. I guess, well, okay. I guess that would technically be murder, so, you know. Can't do that. It's murder. Doing the pages, yeah. And yeah, that's another thing that's really sad, Richiku, about the state of our country. So many people that, like, hate this shit, and they just don't realize that while your individual thing might not make the biggest impact in the world, right? When you have 1 million people come together, all individually adding their tiny little fraction, you can do such immeasurable things. You just have to band together. And everyone has to do their part. You can't just sit out because you think that it's not gonna matter. Even if it doesn't matter, you still have to go out there. You still have to fucking try, man. Being complacent, sitting on your hands, just makes you a part of the problem. Doesn't make you as bad of a person as they are. I kinda don't like that argument. But you're just adding more problems. You're not adding any solutions by not helping. And if you think that those two statements are the same thing, I don't really know how to help you. No, that was pretty decent. He almost murdered Clockwork too. I mean, technically we did kind of murder Clockwork. Because Clockwork as we knew him, doesn't come back in Sly 2. It's kind of like his conscious and body gets taken over by a new host. Really, I think Clockwork kind of died when he gave up his soul and mortal body for machinery and mortality. Can we please not fuck up melee skip in this category every fucking run? Jesus. Yo, Spirit, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome, everybody. Hope y'all are having a great night. Hope you had a good stream. You doing all right?
Nice job, Raccoon.
Kinda sucks. We were pretty close to getting a world record this run. We're gonna fall about 30 seconds too short of this run PBs, provided I don't fuck up the rest of the run. But there's only like, there's this level and then one more trick after it that can really go wrong, so. Alright, so since we were doing that load warping stuff, I changed this gold around a little bit, so we might get a gold here. Or it could just not split. I think we would have just tied our gold there, so I think I fixed the splits properly. I might have to just manually split for that level. The reason why that auto split isn't going to work very well is because that level transition happens during the 1.5 times speed up. And I feel like the auto splitter can't really keep up with that. Because it's image based, it's not like, you know, trigger based, like auto splitters on PC are.
Nice shooting, Sly! You got him! Wow, that's one tough owl.
I don't get it. You're so familiar with
Nice, glad you're doing well.
You must have known my
Yeah,
son.
so a little over a week ago, probably 2 weeks now, I got world record in the category All Keys, which is basically an all levels speedrun, because we skipped so fucking many of them in any percent. I got world record in that, and then a few days ago I lowered that record by another 40 seconds. So now I'm doing this category, trying to get world record in this one.
Thievius Raccoonus.
Enough, Sly Cooper.
Speedrunning is really fun, Joker. If you have a game that that you like really enjoy playing, that you kind of want to approach from a different perspective, I highly recommend checking out the speedrun for it, because almost every game has at least one speedrun for it, and it's so much fun. I got into speedrunning this game basically on a whim, and 10 months after I did my very first like casual speedrun of the game with barely knowing any of the tricks, just kind of doing stuff from memory and shit, a little bit of practice, 10 months later I had a record in any percent for that category, or for this game. Granted, I put a lot of fucking time and dedication into it, but the point is anybody can pick it up and anybody can be good at it, and that's what I think is really fucking cool about speedrunning.
I am. 7.
Shit.
Flower.
I don't think I can use fast for that trick. Nice. Nice little PB. Finally got a 110.
It took some tricky maneuvering, but I managed to snatch that last piece of the Thievius Raccoonus from
About
Clockwork's claw.
2 years
I
overdue.
had taken down each
But-
member of the Fiendish Five. Raleigh, Mugshot, Ms. Ruby,
Nice little
Candy
PB.
King, and finally Clockwork.
How much
I'd
time
beaten
did I
them all
lose?
one by one and reclaim my
I lost
birthright.
40 seconds.
Of course,
So this would
there
have
was no
been-
way I could have gotten here without the help
This would
of
have
my
been
pals.
world record by 1
I know
second
this hasn't been easy
if
for
I
them,
got
yet they
World
stuck
4
with me
skip
through it
perfect.
all. Murray. Boy,
I would have been
it
like,
took a
I
lot
literally
of
had to
guts
get
for him
World
to
4
get out
skip
in the field
perfect
with me.
and a perfect Panda King boss
I know
fight.
he was scared, but
And I
he's
could have
got
gotten
more
record
heart
by a
than
second.
anyone I've ever known.
I'm gonna call and tell your mom.
Thank goodness for
I don't even
Bethany.
know if she knows that I got all keys
Without
world
his
records back. I don't
expertise,
know if I ever
I'd
told
have
her.
never found my way off that rooftop in Paris.
Yo, appreciate
a
it,
guy
Spirit.
couldn't ask for a
This
better
was
gang of
not
friends.
world record. This was just a PB,
Who could ever forget
but we
the
were only
lovely
off of it by
Carmelita?
40 seconds.
Looks like we're not going to be friends anymore.
And this run was
Now that
terrible.
Clockwork's death ray is out of commission.
Like my
we're
world
back to
one, I
playing
was
cops and
I was
robbers.
plus 55 leaving
I
world
thought
one.
for sure she was going to slap the handcuffs on me right then and there.
That's
But
terrible.
instead,
I
she
should
was
at
true to her
most be like
word
plus
and gave me
20.
that 10-second
Not
head
even
start.
like
10,
that's not even
9,
over exaggerating.
8,
And yo, Ice
7,
Cream, thank you for the 110
6,
biddies. Appreciate it.
5, 4,
Thank you. Thank you all for the hype
3,
as well.
2,
But like that's terrible. Plus 55, garbage. We only lost 23 seconds on Hub 2 though. That's really good.
1.
Only losing 23 in Hub 2, that's really solid. So I'm happy with World 2 at least. 45 seconds in World 3 is honestly not too bad either. Like that was 11
I felt
seconds
bad leaving her stranded on
in
that giant rock.
Dread Swamp Path
but I
and
knew it
Layered,
wouldn't
that's
be long
perfectly
before we'd see
fine.
each
6
other
seconds to
again.
Fish is insane. 1 second in Grave Undertaking is insane. 5 to Chickens is insane. 7 in Descent is insane. Like, and really the only time loss in Ms. Ruby was I failed the Death Abuse skip. Because you have water safety in Ms. Ruby's boss fight in all vaults and 100%, so you have to take damage from her shockwave and then die in the water if you want to go fast. And I missed that, and that's a pretty big miss. And then I fucked up here. I don't even know why I lost time here. Oh, I think I missed a jump and lost another 6 seconds. Oh, you're right, you don't have my mouse cursor. And we lost 1 minute and 11 seconds in World 4. Lost 18 in Flaming Temple. I don't even know what happened here. What happened here, chat? Oh, I jumped the wrong way. I jumped back right after respawning from the checkpoint instead of back left. So I had to go around the long way. That's what happened. I probably should have just died in the fire and just did it again, honestly. And then we lost 41 seconds to World 4 skip and Panda King boss fight. Mainly just World 4 skip. I think a low 109 is very easy. Well, not very easy. I think it's definitely like that's where I think the next stopping point is. I think 108 is doable for sure though. But I think like low 109 is like the next like, you know, this will be hard to beat but not insane. It'll be the next like time world record will be good as a low 109 probably. I had to take a guess. Oh, I just hit save splits, not save splits as. Whoops. I've done that like 3 times. These splits that you know are my 11150. I have to open my split file for a 11339 because I've saved over the same splits like 3 times with like 3 different PPs. Sounds good, Spirit. Thank you for the good luck and for the raid again as well. Yo, thank you for that hype, Mac and Zeus. Dude, what? We don't get any anime? Oh, that's because that's the vault cutscene. So that's the cutscene that we skipped, by the way, by doing the weird loading shenanigans. That dialogue right there, I'm pretty sure is what we skipped. I didn't listen entirely, but pretty sure that's what it is. Well, nice. It's a good way to start the stream off. Fatty PB. Still have 3.5 minutes to save. So did any... I don't think I need to fix any golds. I think they're all pretty reasonable. I think I've fixed them all. You have a good night, Steel. Alright. Well, that was a good start to the stream. First. Man, so I said that if I had to reset and stealthy approach one more time at the start of this run, that... Oh, I guess I'll end